David Uhl, the mastermind behind the Bounty Hunter series that you see Vilma in all over the world. So, Mr. Uhl, how are you doing today?
I'm just dandy. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine, sir. Could you just, very briefly, explain to me what you're doing, what inspired you, to get into the painting world as quick as possible? That's a trick question.
Yeah, that's a real trick question. Well, I don't really have a trick answer. It's kind of complicated. I mean, ultimately, painting is a manifestation of doing a lot of drawings. It's a transitional point, because if you get really good at drawing, you get to this level where you're using value successfully, but you want to give it life, and color does that. So for me, it was all drawing. I got a little bored with it, and then turned to painting. And then, at that point, it's the wild, wild west. I mean, anything goes with painting. Expression comes out in a big way.
Absolutely.
I can see why you're a little partial to it. It had a lot to do with it. The lovely Vilma has done so many photo shoots where I end up with too many good ones, So we had to invent a whole series around her, because the two of you have come up with such good reference that I have to keep making up more pieces, right?
Well, we don't have that, we're not in your head that much, are we?
Oh, no. I mean, I've done a lot of reference shooting in my life, and every once in a while you get such good ones, it's inspirational. So in this case, we had such good material that I had to invent a whole series around it. I was just going to do one, and then next thing you know, it's like, bam, I've got three.
Wow.
and even at three, it's probably too few, because I've got probably 20 great potential paintings. So you might keep me dancing on this, and we'll come up with a different series,
I'm gonna keep coming up with some songs.
It's really turned out cool for me is because you came from the steampunk background, and we both have that in common. I think that's why we got in touch with each other, and respect for what you were doing, and obviously you might have liked what I was doing with paint, and it was just a match made in heaven that way, because you knew what I wanted, and once you started producing some photos that were geared towards painting, it's bound to happen.
Please introduce yourself.
Daughter of David Uhl. This is my first interview as a daughter. It's pretty exciting.
And this is the first event that you attended?
Yeah, with him.
I don't believe it.
I know. It's crazy. It's the first that I've been to, especially of this size and this big, for sure.
Oh, you got to come to Sturgis.
I think I am going to come to Sturgis this year. In August.
If he does, I really want to. Him and I got a secret project that we're doing. I think it's him, I, and Putin. We're kind of conspiring. That's a joke, guys. That's a joke.
Okay.
But we're doing something, and I would love for you to see what your dad does and what he inspires, because he inspires me as well. So as you're growing up and you're in the art world, and you're watching your dad do things, when did it click with you that, hey, my dad kind of knows what he's doing?
This year.
Are you serious?
Kind of.
Tell the truth.
Well, I've always loved to draw, and I've always loved art, and I've always dabbled in my own, practice. But it was this year that I started studying with him more, and took the opportunity for him to be more of my teacher. And needless to say, I've improved light years since I started. So I've been studying singing and classical music, and studying voice performance most of my life until COVID, and then I started to take art more seriously, and now I'm focusing on portraits and art, and starting to write my own music and direct music videos on the side of everything else. That's my